Oh, Makar, you have returned safely. Although I'm not exactly sure how many times we need to have this conversation on you bringing home stray pets, because there's just not enough room here. I'm sorry, Makar, I love you, but... I'm sorry, Great Deku. I know you warned us many times, but it's almost like I'm a child or something, and I didn't listen. Plus, just look how cute he is. Do not worry, Makar, you're safe. For now. Just be more careful. Oh, and you, I guess, hero of time, or whatever. I guess I'll thank you for your brave deeds. Here's that which I've promised you. Please accept it. Although, I guess I would wager to say that technically you promised us this wonderful gift after the ceremony is being completed, but, you know, I'll take it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you have received Farore's Pearl. The Earth Spirit, the Deku Tree, has seen fit to give you this jewel, and although it's slightly sticky from years of neglect and various other saps and materials glossened over it, it's a treasure of the fine goddess Farore. Fantastic. It is my hope that this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. Just don't give it away to any old schmuck at the farmer's market, okay? Can't tell you how many times that's happened to the people of the past. All is well, Makar. Do not cry, for you're simply a hollow shell of wood, and I don't know how that's even possible, but please play your songs for me as you always do. Oh, that's right! We must begin our ceremony soon before the day ends, even though technically it's night. You're a little late on that one there, buddy. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Let the ceremony begin. It's such an essential part of the crew. Oh, great, Allison. Oh, thank you. As my thanks to you, I shall play even harder than I normally do. Bob, bust out the drop tuner, quick! I hope you enjoy it. Great Deku Tree, this year you have once again produced some splendid seeds. Now we know this subject has been talked about to hell and back, but can we just talk about this for a moment, how the Great Deku Tree is using his surrogate children to spread his literal seed across the ocean, to spread new forests. That's fine and all, but did they really have to put it there next to their other seeds? Let's go, Koroks, to the sea! Alright, as your face is clipping into your stomach. See you all next year. We don't know what the concept of time is, but that's okay, because we have a giant nut we need to go bust all over somebody's island. Farewell, great swordsman, may the winds of chance bring us together again someday. Wait, aren't you Hollow? You're supposed to be dealing with the potion shop, right? Weren't you the one that didn't take off in the cutscene? Because one of them just awkwardly stood there watching. That's fine. That's a nice cutscene, though. It's short, it's concise, it's to the point, and we now get to continue our journey and collect a hell of a lot of new things. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, ladies and gentlemen, where Makar will be here for the rest of his days, presumably. Thank you, Allison, for all you've done for me. How's my performance? Did it suit your taste or no? It was alright. I mean, you were kind of flat in some places, a little pitchy, but but this is the instrument that the Great Deku Tree gave him when he was born. It's like, one day I will force you to play this instrument. You wanted to play the oboe? Well, screw that. You're taking this one, buddy. But 8 of his fellow Koroks have set out on journeys to create new forests in the world, and this is actually a bit of a side quest for later. It's probably one of my least favorite ones, and something that I just noticed is that thing dangling from the end of his bow there. Alright, well, enough of this phallic imagery. Any last words before we take off, good sir? I would certainly hope so. Every year after the Koroks perform this ceremony, they fly off to the distant islands on the sea and plant my seeds in the hope a new forest will grow. He looks kind of mad about it. He's like, oh great, now an entire year in solidarity, and I got Makar back here again. He's like secretly angry at the boss of the Forbidden Woods. He's like, dude, you didn't... It's like we have a Fargo situation over here. Totally just paid Kalidimos off in order to kidnap Makar. Alright, but my fate is tied to the fate of the world. Proceed with great care. Cool. I will most certainly do that. Thank you. So you're gonna let me down? Or, no? Alright, that's fine, I guess. So, we will indeed need to set off and find all 8 of the Koroks eventually. We don't really have the best method of transporting ourselves across the sea right now, other than a schmucky sail and a drunk king, who is apparently one of Red Lion's. So I would hold off on grabbing the sacred water just so you can keep your extra bottle. However, if you're playing on the normal version / GameCube / non-hero mode version of this game, I would highly recommend picking up this creature right here. This is a forest firefly, and this will actually allow you to create a deluxe picto box, which, because we're playing on hero mode, we started the game with already. And there's not really any need for us to grab now, but he's very cool. He emits lots of light. We'll learn a little bit more about him, but our next destination is actually going to be Windfall. And like I briefly mentioned before, we technically could have gone directly after Dragon Roost, and I kind of wish that I had. But since we're filled up on rupees, and there's still quite a ways to go before we find the 3rd pearl, I say we go ahead and do that right now, as Link looks angrily at that grappling hook spot. Sweet. And just as a forewarning, there's not going to be a whole lot of story progress for the next couple of episodes, so if that's something you guys are looking forward to, come back in like 3 or 4 parts, because man, we have a ton of stuff out on the sea to do. Now that we have all of the items we do, and it's way more opened up to us, I would like to do some preparations before continuing onwards, but we're still going to be adventuring, we're still going to have a lot of fun, and we're still going to get a lot of mail. How do you do, sir? Good evening. Letters for Ellison, we have one, I think. Here's your letter. Thank you. You know, your mailbox saliva on my face. Dear Ellison, if you're reading this letter, it can only mean that I have perished by my own hand, and I'm sending all responsibility of the company to you. Nah, just kidding. Apparently somebody's indebted to us for looking inside of the mailbox and actually using its services. And fun fact, this is actually Kamali's father, and he's extremely happy that we're using his system here, but he's also sad that he didn't, you know, thank us for helping him. So he's like, dude, my kid's finally out of the house, he has a girlfriend, he bought a car, he has a part-time job, it's fantastic, thank you so much. But if you see any wiggling post boxes, please touch them, and they will give you what you need. But he has included a gift for us that could hopefully help us. So a small token of his gratitude, and ladies and gentlemen, from Komali's father, he doesn't even give us the gracious honor of signing it his name. He's like, you know, I never introduced myself, I'm just the chieftain. I'm Komali's dad. It's a piece of heart, and we've collected 2 more so far, so this is the first of many we will be collecting in our side diversions of things. What's next, Mr. Kingsley? So this place too has been attacked by Ganon? Could he already be regaining his power? Well, technically, I mean, they didn't really get into the woods. I think the Great Deku Tree just had a mild case of acne that was very persistent and gross. But the Forbidden Woods have always been evil, right? Even before Ganon attacked. So I don't know, kind of continuity issues there. But now we must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. We must set sail immediately. Indeed, however, something that I haven't made note of in between several of the recordings is I actually busted my gamepad, so I cannot record any of it just because the little thing falls out so easily, and it just popped out one day, and I was like, well shit, now I can't show the map on the screen, but I don't think anybody really cares. Even if we press pause, we can't even see it, so I apologize for that. But right now, I'm gonna head straight back to Windfall Island, which is actually to the northwest, which is where the wind is already headed. So I'll go ahead and meet you guys there, and we'll continue our adventures henceforth. Oh man, okay, so I guess while we're here, this is on complete accident. There is a very mysterious ship out there. This is something that I would very much like to talk about in the future, but on the fact that it happened on this night, of all nights, is one to behold on Bomb Island, and it's actually where I talked about the moon cycles for the first time. Very important to take into consideration. Nothing we can quite do about that yet, so it's a shame that we've had to leave you, but I'll talk to you in a minute. And with Dragon Roost disappearing in the horizon behind us, ladies and gentlemen, I present you back to Windfall Island. It's actually a much shorter trip than I remember, but still one that is probably better skipped nonetheless. So let's go dock on over here of our own free will. So everyone's gonna be watching us here, and it's bright as day. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's good. Oh, man, I love this place so much. So first things first, we are actually gonna go head off to this headstone. I completely forgot to do it. I'm not sure why. There was a man who's doing some questionable dance moves in front of the grave of his mother. I have no idea why, but if we go speak to him, now that we have the Wind Waker, our interaction should be that much more fruitful. How's it going, dude? Oh, no, that's not it. That's just not it. And the problem is, even though that's not it, this isn't it either. It's a step to the left, damn it. Oh, huh? Ooh, it's a fabulous young child. I mean, oh, pardon me. I was so fully and wholly absorbed in my dancing that I didn't even notice a little old Jew standing there. I am taught. Not like Mott's taught, but simply taught. I love dancing more than I love 3 meals a day. Wow, that is a whole lot of love, my good friend. You will come to know me as the world's charismatic dancer extraordinaire. Ready, guy? 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, I should probably step back a couple feet. I've been known to lop off a head or two in my time. Say, guy, you know what I was just reminded of? Long ago, I met this delightful little guy who performed the most dazzling magic dance, dance that turned night into day right before my very eyes. His name wasn't Camaro, was it? I remember those fabulous dance moves, and I just can't seem to get that intricate rhythm down. He seemed very strawy and thin, and he looked really scary. I can't put my finger down on what he was, but do you think you know the rhythm guy? I mean, I could give it a shot. I got this little plastic toy that a talking boat gave me, so give me. Was that good? That's it. That's it. That's the rhythm I've been trying to recall. I can feel it. I'm really feeling it, guy.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
Well, you ain't no Michael Jackson, but I'm digging the flow you're laying down. And with that, you learn the Song of Passing with tilted camera angles in the awkward direction and Link's extended proper finger. That's it, and it's perfect, I'm perfect. Now bring on the night. Oh god. I have a feeling like I was just conned into being audibly, sonically roofied or something.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
Make me feel really uncomfortable, man. Hey, what's nothing happened at all? Why? Huh, it's kind of strange. So when he does it, nothing happens, but when a small child with the power of a magical, I almost said ocarina, baton, then we can conduct the Song of Passing. And when we do that, night turns to day on islands where time doesn't normally pass, and we could use this to great effect. It's kind of fantastic, actually, and something that I'd like to do because we are now going to get rid of all of our money. You hear me? All of it. Yes, I was talking to you, Fence. And the way to do this is by way of the auction house, which is only opened at night, although there's somewhere else I would like to visit real fast, and that would be this man who seems so horribly just scared and disfigured. It's like, look at these potions! They destroyed my family! They put me into debt, and now I'm dying of stage 4 cancer. Stay away from these potions, man. They're no good. Because this is the house of the Potion Master, and it's more like a shop, because on our way here, I spoke to a fishman who actually talked about this particular house, and ooh, I like that rupee up there. I might take it later. Check it out. How's it going, dude? Seems like a very disturbing place. I don't know how you do it. You make me feel very uncomfortable. Hello, hello, and hello. You are standing in the one and only Chew Jelly Juice Shop. You must have heard our potions are the best. I'm telling you, they're too good. In fact, they're absolutely incredible, if I do say so myself. So that was Chew Jelly. Oh no, we already know this. I don't need two strange talking creatures telling me what this nonsense is. Well, just ask yourself this, good sir. What is a robustly nourishing element? What is a mystical substance that is good for the body and mind? Ask yourself, have you ever tried the fine mystical properties of marijuana? Just kidding. Chew Jelly is essentially their answer to life and health and the best performance enhancing supplements you'll ever know. So if we had an empty bottle, we would be able to take one of these. However, I've got something much better. We dig in our spoils bag, and if you give him, I believe, 5 red chew jellies, he will give you 1 free red potion, and that is definitely not where I put that. But if we bring him a bunch of green ones, 15, he will then be able to put green chew jellies on the market, and for every 5 you give him after, he will give you a free green potion. Not something that you will ever need in this game, I assure you. Hello, sir. Sorry, I was just talking to the wall. Don't mind me. Here, have this. It's a little sticky. Been getting really warm in my bag here. Did you by chance bring me chew jelly? I thought you were the connoisseur of this stuff. Now you're telling me you can't recognize it if I stuffed a handful of it in your face?